Fenland Crusader here, and welcome to part 4 of the Ford Model A pickup truck engine conversion. So I've been working on this for well over a week now, and which means my tractor ain't getting done, and I'll be struggling for a video for that next week. But anyway, I've done over a week's work and really nothing to show. It's been just one of them jobs, you know. You're just cracking on and doing this, that and the other, and the time just seems to fly by, and with very little to show. But anyway, it's about the steering box and the components to go with it, and we're now fitted the box, and we're just finalising the steering bracket, and so it's not a big deal this time round. But it's took a lot of time to sort it out to get it exactly how I want it. But the job's done, and now we can move on. So sit back and enjoy it, and we'll catch you later. Okay then, well, we just struggled and got the blooming box back in. And in order to get the box back in, just bear with me while I climb up. There you go. I've got it half up on the ramp, I just had to climb up. So there she is, look, she's in tight up to the chassis. And I've got the manifold, as you can see. Well, I had to get the manifold to get it in, take it off to get it in. And I've just put the manifold back on, yeah, and it fits, but I've just got to go underneath to pick up a gasket that's fell on the floor. But so we're right in tight and on the cutout up there, and so the job's done. I mean, it's all shimmed up and sort of ready to go. But the other little thing I've got to do now, so my steering bracket, finally found it. So my steering bracket has got to be altered. And I don't know if you can see that there, that is sort of just angled away from the bottom, look. Well, the thing is, they only make these for the left-hand drives, and because I'm right-hand drive. So what I'm going to do, I am going to cut this, keep the main part of the bracket, the bit that's visible, but this bit is sort of under the dash. So I'm going to cut this one off and alter it and make myself a bracket under the dash, and like a little adapter plate to put this on and bolt up under the dash, because obviously the old configuration and where the bars go across are in a different place. So I've got to do a mod there, but at least I've got the length of the bracket in order to support my column, because it was supported from under the tank. Well, I've cut that bracket off now, so I've got to use this whatever happens. So yeah, I'll get a bit made up for this and I'll bring you back. Right, so I'm underneath the dashboard now, and you can see I've made a lumber stainless steel bracket there, look, to span 3 bolts. The other one only spanned 2 bolts, and for my positioning, there wasn't room really to bolt it and get the bracket on it. So that's what's underneath the dashboard. I've took the fascia off, and that's what's under the dashboard. And then this is my new bracket, which is, just bear with me while I skip myself upright, not much room up here. And this is what it looks like from the steering column. Might have to get the torch out so you can see. That's better. Yeah, so there's the column, look, all bolted up. And then that's the gap I've got to make up, albeit I'll just hold the torch and everything all in one go. There, I've just shoved the column up, look, and that's sort of the gap I've got to make up. And you can see there's a fair angle to it as well, look. But anyway, I can measure up from there now and get organised and make a bracket and weld to my stainless, and then I've got a 3-bolt position which is going to be stronger than the original anyway, and then everything will be good. So that's where I'm at the minute, so I'll come back when you've got more to show. I've got a little bit more done. Got the bracket cleaned up and put my little extension piece in it, which has got to be all welded up, but I need to go and do a dry run, make sure that it fits. So that's it then there. I'm now going to try it on the truck. And so there it is, look in the truck, and she fits in there a treat, to be fair. And when I shove the column up, the little tiny gap that's left, it just meets straight up on the plate. Ideally it wants tacking up into situ, but I don't know whether I dare. I mean, the fuel tank's empty, it's all been drained off, but it wouldn't take much to ignite any fumes that's about. So I might just have to scribe round it and then tack it in place, bring it back, see if it fits, and if it does, then I'll set to and weld it up. So we're winning now. We're getting, so we got the steering back, so it's a good job done. There we go. So this is the piece all tacked up now, all in one bit. Look, it's pretty much as you see it. So we'll try that back in the truck and see how it goes. So I'm sitting in the truck now. I ain't got the torch with me to get the best light, but I think we can still see that okay. Look, I ain't got the rubber in, it dropped out when I was putting it up, so, but it's alright, it's all lined up and square in the position as it ought to be in, really. And when we just turn the steering wheel, that's what it looks like from the driver's cockpit. It leans over a little bit, but I couldn't get away from that really, because in this side, in here, just on the inside of that flange, is one of the bolts. And I've only just got nice clearance for the door. So that's pretty much as it is, but to be fair, the one that was on the bottom of the tank weren't exactly square, but no, that's fine. I'm more than happy with that, and she's pretty much, see, because you got your dash to come on here, and your dash will come down to about this level anyway. So when it's past panels put back on, which fits into these ear screws here, look, and another one there, and the same on the other side, which you can't see because it's a bit on the dark side. There's one, look, and that's the other one. So when the face is put back on, you won't see, well, up to about there. All that up from there to there will be out of sight. So yeah, we'll take it off, get it welded up, and we're almost there with this one. Okay then, so the bracket's all welded up and been fettled up, and now it's all nicely painted, ready to be fitted, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so there she is, all painted up, bolted in. The job's a good one. You can get hold of the steering wheel, give it a good old pull, and it's absolutely solid. Well chuffed with that. Just enough room to get by the door, and best thing of all, it's clear of the engine. So we've now got some steering. So it's a good job. So just to clear a little bit up, and when I was rebuilding the steering box, I called the bit in the steering box the pitman arm. Well, yeah, these fancy words. Well, it's not the pitman arm. The bit in the steering box is the sector arm, and the pitman arm is the bit here waiting to be put on. And I may have to disconnect it from its ball joint so I can manoeuvre this to get it up and on there, because obviously brake rods and bits are in the way at the moment. When it's on, it'll be clear, but so the look of it wants to clean up anyway. So I'll undo that joint. Let's have a look at it. That one there. And while it's apart, I can service it, re-grease it, and fit it. And then I'll fit the joint back on. Be easier to fit the joint at the bottom than it will trying to get that lot on there, because it's, you know, it's quite tight on the brake rod. But I'm sure it'll be okay. So everything's going to be a bit tight on bits and pieces now you've moved them, but we're winning with it. So yeah, once that's done, then I've got myself some steering. My steering has got to come apart because it's only just tacked together, because I am going to rebush the spring shackle pins and bushes, just to bring that back into being, and then all is good. The kingpins are in fair shape, so I needn't worry about them too much. So that's where we're at the moment. So we'll like I say, we'll, you know, crack on again another day.